Yes, I'm finally back at Sullivan Park, and it's great to be here to check it out. The water is extremely clear, very shallow up close. You could see probably about 10 feet out from where I'm standing. It's very shallow, probably, let's see, what is it? About 6 inches deep, so not too bad. But the water is extremely clear. And let's see, how's the temperature? It's pretty cool, so that would be good for the trout. Let's see if I can catch something today. It should be a fun day. Not seeing any trout, so my favorite thing to do is to sight cast to them, but doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Looks like there's already some dead fish in here. Hate seeing that because that just means a few more fish that people will be able to try to catch or take home to eat. So I'm starting off with a small pet spoon. I think it's a number 2 or 12. Number 1, sorry. Got that completely wrong, but it's their smallest one, and I've used it before. Actually caught my first trout in Utah, but also caught it out of Upper Tawa pond. Caught it on this. There you go. Morning. That didn't take long, and you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Looks like 10 inches. Take a good picture of this guy. First one out of here. He's well behaved. And that's a good start. So, pet spoon did it again. Didn't really see it hit, just because it was further out of range, but I think it's great that I'm already catching some fish off of this. I'm just working my way around just to see if I can find anything close to shore that I can play with my tenkara rod. If I don't, I'll probably switch over to my traditional fly rod and get more practice in there. Maybe catch my first trout on it. Oh no, I had one. I saw it out there as it hit. This is too shallow. I don't see anything here. I think these ducks think I'm stalking them, just trying to get around them and hope that they don't spook the fish. If this front part is 6 inches, it looks like it's maybe 3 times as deep further out, so there's a lot of grass here then. There's some trout. I see them. There's 6 right there. I just happened to snag some weeds, so couldn't get them. There's a trout. No, okay. I think they're used to this now. I might come back here with my fly rod. Oh, I have no distance because of the rod and the wind. They move further out. Let's see if I can. Well, that's about all. It's about all the. Well, that shows that they're schooling. It's just a matter of, are they schooling where you're at? They already moved on, so coming back to this side may not help. Wondering if they didn't like the action on this, that it was a bit too much, and maybe something like a trout magnet or honeyworm would do the trick. I'm going to use this Rebel Minnow cricket hopper. This cricket hopper, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, it actually comes barbless and has a single hook. So I think it's perfect for this. And that hook is right in the back, so best chance for a bite from a trout. Oh, I got somebody looking at it. There, no. If you got something to follow up, I got 2 followers sitting right in front of me.
Really?
Yeah, they just hit my bait but missed. There we go. Just needed a little more distance. Oh, then I let it go. There he is right there. Something just tapped it, something tapped it again. Either that or I'm getting in the weeds. Let's go out this way. Looks like orange is a good color today, or this week. Something tapped it again. I think it's just too big. All right, well, let's make a couple of casts this way and then we'll switch colors, that is. There it is. There he is. Had to set my drag. Oh, little guy. There he is. There we go. All right. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. More like 9.5 on this one. So there it is. Nice little trout. A lot of color in there. Make sure the trout's able to get out. Okay, it's happy. There it is right there. So spinner baits are working over here today. That was orange 1/6 ounce rooster tail. So it was getting a bunch of bites. You could see that the trout's on the small side, so it was a little harder to get them, but I need that little extra range. Sometimes the spinnerbait doesn't spin, it just kind of gets caught up in itself. If you don't feel a pull or some pressure on the line, you need to just snap the line a little bit to finally get it freed. That's what happened there. You should feel resistance. All right, time to change. Let's go with the yellow. This is a 1/4 ounce, I think. Actually, I'm not going to use that because I have this 2-pound line and on my ultralight, so we'll just go with the small Panther Martin. Should give a little more vibration and different profile. This is definitely a distance game. There we go. There we go. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. That's our biggest trout so far, right there. Nice 12-inch. So, go ahead and release this. You okay? There you go. Bye-bye. That was the longest trout, but it's also one of the skinnier ones. So the way I'm working this is I'm doing 3 quick lifts, not really snapping it, but just kind of lifting it and then reeling it back down, keeping some tension on there. Even though it's just a slug of metal, it takes some time for it to fall all the way to the bottom. So if you do it at the right pace, it never really touches the bottom and it just looks like something that's struggling. Let's go with that orange one. These look a little small, so I'm going with something on the smaller side, plus I should be able to reach them with this. I'm not sure if it's the color that they're chasing or if it's the action that they're chasing. Had a bite. It's a good sign. Hoping this is that school of trout. Okay, he was not as interested. So Let's try that orange. And if the orange doesn't work, then we'll go to the black. There we go. They really like the orange. So this one's a bit thicker. Let's see. Go 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, right just short of 12. So not sure if you could see that, but that was another 12. Okay. All right, let this one go. Looks like somebody else caught them before. Well, that's where I thought it would be. Right in that spot over there. That's where that school was hanging out. Let's see if we can get one more. I got a theory that this orange and that red Castmaster are matching in color. That might be something to do with what they're going after. If you happen to have that color, you might want to try throwing it if you come over here to Sullivan Pond. What's interesting is Sullivan Pond, the average size of the trout is supposed to actually be less than Upper Tawa and Lower Tawa, yet the fish that I'm catching here is averaging a little better in size and even weight. Oh, something hit it, but I didn't set it. There, I could see it. That's a shame. That was a good strike. Well, I'm gonna call it a day. It was fun to get out and catch a few trout, better sized trout than what I've been catching. So if you want to catch some fish and be outdoors, I would say that Sullivan Park is probably a good bet for you. The others are good also. It's just a matter of what you're looking for. If you like lures, this is the place to go. Otherwise, I would say the others don't have as much weeds and you'll be better off using power bait.